really have had anxiety since I was really young. I remember as a kid having anxiety in, social situations. Um, as a child, you don't understand that. You think everyone must feel this way, so you don't know how to communicate it. So, of course, I just lived that way.
I too tried everything that I could try to help me with this panic and anxiety. Therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, medication, meditation, self-help books on whatever I could find and get my hands around to try to find an answer for this panic and anxiety that I was dealing with.
Growing up with two type A parents, I've always been prone to be type A and prone to a little bit of anxiety, a little high strung, a little bit of a worry wart.
Any situation that I feel trapped in, I panic. It can be absolutely anything, bus journeys, tube journeys, walking somewhere. The only thing I can do by myself at the moment is take my son to school, which is a couple of streets away, and then go and collect him. Other than that, I can't leave the house by myself.
I think I ended up in the emergency room, and the doctor was like, "You're just having a panic attack." And he said it so matter of fact that I thought, "What do you mean, just a panic attack?" I was, you're certain that you're about to die, so it can't just be just a panic attack.
Went to the doctor, had a lot of heart tests done, EKGs, ultrasounds, heart halters worn. I've done treadmill tests and all of that to make sure my heart was okay, to determine that it was just anxiety and panic. So once I knew that, I knew it was something I could work with. Was prescribed Ativan, and I took the prescription just in case, but I did some more research, and that's when I found Panic Away. Started reading it. It made me feel, first of all, it just made me feel very comforted and relaxed and hopeful, but it also made me feel and know that I'm not alone and that this is very common and a lot of people experience this. And it gave me clear understanding of what was actually happening in my body and not to be afraid of it and just go with it.
I had never read anything else from any doctor, counselor who explained it and described it the way that you did. And I thought he knows what I'm suffering from.
This book was a relief for me because what was in the words were speaking to me of a position of understanding and knowledge of what I was truly going through. It's the first book I ever read, Barry, where I said to myself, whoever wrote this, I've never met this Barry, but he knows exactly how I feel. That in itself was a relief to me.
I was so wrapped up in how I felt and the thoughts and the anxiety that I wasn't able to engage with my children or my husband. Because it used to be that I was in bed at 6 o'clock, every night because I just wanted to go to sleep and have some peace. And he did, bath times and all those things. And I remember the first night saying, I think I want to do this tonight. And it was just such an amazing feeling, for my kids. It had become, mommy's not feeling well, mommy's tired. And they just accepted that and they still loved me. But I had so much guilt about not being able to be the mommy that I wanted and knew I wanted to be and could be. And that I was inside, but I just wasn't able to during that time. The joy that came back when I was able to do that and not have so much anxiety around it, it was just amazing. I was able to forgive myself and let go of the guilt that anxiety had put on me, because I was able to do these things again. And my kids didn't care that I had not done them. They were just happy I was doing them again.
My one daughter, Jade, we had a great opportunity to travel to Europe, through an educational tour through her school. She experienced a lot of panic on airplanes, and I would always have to sit beside her and work with her. But she really wanted to go on this trip, as did I. And I helped her with, practicing the Panic Away procedures, the method. And we were bound to determine that we were going to go on this trip. And obviously we were raising a lot of money to do it. And nothing was going to stop us. So, we did it. We got on the plane. The flight to Rome was 11 hours and had moments, but nothing too bad. So, it's just a really good way for me to teach my children as well that we can't let this run our lives. It's been a very, very wonderful experience to have come across this Panic Away, and anything I can do to avoid any kind of drugs with side effects for me and my children, I would do. And I recommend this to anybody experiencing any anxiety or panic in any way.
Just so can't believe that not even a week ago I couldn't leave my house. And even up until yesterday I hadn't left my house. I don't know what else to say other than anybody who watches this that does have this problem. Every time I'd ever seen anything, anybody who'd said, oh, I've had this problem for this many years and I tried this and now I live completely anxiety free, I've never, ever, ever believed it. And I just want you to know that it is totally true.
I'm going to be going to Hawaii here in May, and I've never left the States, but this Hawaii thing, believe it, it's going to be big for me. I mean, my normal time frame in a plane before I start getting anxious is about 3 hours, and so now I'm flying 8 hours, and I'm going to leave the mainland to go over to Hawaii, and I'm excited about it.
The biggest thing that the program has given me is that confidence and trust in my body back. I get out every day, I get dressed, I get up, I get out of the house, and I'm just living life. And yeah, for anyone, just starting or thinking of joining, you can get through it. You can heal and recover. Starting this program, I know I was very desperate. So it's hard to imagine getting to this point. But I mean, here I am, only 6-7 months later. I'm living life. I'm enjoying life. I mean, I'm living proof that I went through all of those thoughts, all of those kind of phases of it. And it works. I mean, if you just stick with it and you practice what you learn in the program, it absolutely works, and you can have your life back.
Is anybody who's got a panic and anxiety disorder, I can tell you with 100% certainty, if this guy has found joy and freedom and peace as to where I was when I got that email, anybody can get relief, joy, and freedom and love from this program. It works with 100% certainty if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to put in the time. There is no doubt in my mind that the results you will get are nothing but pure satisfaction and peace and relief and freedom from a result of the program.